Young Thug and YFN Lucci are both successful rappers that hail from the Atlanta, Georgia area and two of the most popular artists to come out of the Atlanta trap. Known for his eccentric vocal style and fashion, Young Thug initially released a series of independent mixtapes beginning in 2011 with I Came From Nothing. In early 2013, he signed with Gucci Mane's 1017 Records, and later that year he released his label debut mixtape 1017 Thug to critical praise. Young Thug received mainstream recognition in 2014 with the singles Stoner and Danny Glover, in addition to appearances on several singles, including T.I.'s About the Money, Tyga's Hookah, and Rich Gang's Lifestyle. That year, he also signed to Lyor Cohen's 300 Entertainment and collaborated on the mixtape Rich Gang, the Tour PD1. In 2015, he amassed a number of mixtapes, including Barter 6 and 2 installments of his Slime Season series. Subsequently in 2016, Thug issued commercial mixtapes I'm Up, Slime Season 3, and Jeffrey. While Young Thug was on top of the world, YFN Lucci was waiting for his career to take off. At the age of 17, he connected with fellow Atlanta rap artist Johnny Cinco, who encouraged Lucci to take his talent seriously and get in the studio. YFN Lucci went on to perfect his craft and develop his sound over the years, eventually landing on 2 records off of Johnny Cinco's John Popey mixtape in 2014. The collaboration generated a substantial buzz as YFN Lucci's undeniable talent gained in the summer of 2014. Think It's a Game CEO Gervin Henry aka Fly took note of YFN Lucci's increasing buzz and signed him to Atlanta's fastest rising indie label. YFN Lucci joins a golden roster of talent including Rich Homie Quan and Trinidad James at Think It's a Game. Since the release of his mixtape, which garnered over 1 million views at Live Mixtapes, Wish Me Well 2 dropped on Lucci's birthday February 16, 2016, featuring all new music including YFN, Boss, Destined, and Key to the Streets, featuring Migos and Trouble. His debut extended play, Long Live Nut, was released in 2017 and peaked at number 27 on the Billboard 200 chart. The EP's first single, Every Day We Lit, featuring PNB Rock. On the other hand, 2017, Young Thug featured on the worldwide hit, Havana, by Cuban pop singer Camila Cabello, which became his first #1 single on the Billboard Hot 100. In 2018, he released a compilation album Slime Language with his label YSL Records. In 2019, he won the Grammy Award for Song of the Year for his contributions to Childish Gambino's This Is America. Young Thug's debut studio album, So Much Fun, 2019, debuted at #1 on the US Billboard 200 and included the Billboard Hot 100 Top 20 singles, The London, and Hot. The following year, his single, Go Crazy, with Chris Brown from the collaborative mixtape Slime and Beat, 2020, peaked at #3 on the Hot 100, becoming his first top 10 single as a lead artist. Additionally, he reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for the second time in his career with his feature alongside MIA on Travis Scott's single, Franchise. In 2021, Thug released the compilation album Slime Language 2, which debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200. Later that year, Thug would reach #1 on the Hot 100 a third time by featuring alongside Future on Drake's Way Too Sexy. His second studio album, Punk, was released on October 15, 2021. It debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200, becoming his third #1 album, as well as his second chart-topping project of 2021. YFN Lucci dropped Wish Me Well 3 in 2020, being his last album before going to jail.
We begin tonight with a developing story. Atlanta police are on the scene of a triple shooting, and one of the victims is a teenager. The shooting happened outside a barber shop, and tonight one victim is clinging to life. Channel 2's Jessica Jagwoys is live at the scene, where there's still a very heavy police presence. Jessica.
As you can see behind me, there is still quite the active scene here in Southwest Atlanta. McDaniel Street is still closed, and it has been for more than 3 hours. That's because there are shell casings up and down the street. Now, I'm told one of the men who was shot, a man in his mid-20s, is in critical condition, but that his status could change for the worse overnight.
It appears that they were the intended target.
In 2015, one of YFN Lucci's friends, Donovan Thomas aka Peanut, was murdered. Peanut was taken to Grady Memorial Hospital where he died of his injuries. The shooting occurred in the 300 block of McDaniel Street, near Northside Drive. It is believed Young Thug had a hand in the murder of Peanut. The very same car used in the drive-by shooting was the car Young Thug rented the day before Peanut was murdered. In 2017, after the death of Peanut, Young Thug tweeted, "I dropped EBBTG on Tupac's birthday because I'm the new Pac. I feel like I'm the thug he didn't get to become, with the hashtag, so I'm goin' finish what he started." The acronym refers to his 2017 EP that incorporated elements of country music titled Easy Breezy Beautiful Thugger Girls, or Beautiful Thugger Girls, for short. YFN Lucci took issue with the rapper dropping Tupac's name, and the war of words escalated from there. Following Thug's Tupac comments, YFN Lucci responded, "Pac would have never wore a dress," followed by a clown emoji. Lucci is referring to Young Thug's 2016 mixtape, Jeffrey, in which the rapper appeared on the front cover in a dress designed by Italian designer Alessandro Trincone. On his latest album, Thug explained he wore the dress in order to conceal an AK-47 assault rifle. Young Thug responded in a series of tweets and vaguely threatened YFN Lucci's life. The beef died down after that throughout most of 2018, and the two were both featured on Atlanta rapper T.I.'s 2018 album Dime Trap. Nothing was resolved, but both rappers had seemingly let things go. In 2019, around August, YFN Lucci took to Instagram to diss Young Thug again over the release of his new album So Much Fun. Lucci posted on his story, "Cap-ass album," but didn't specify who he was talking about, alluding to Thug in one final post that simply said, "Cap." The term cap is synonymous with lie. Thug didn't take long to respond and was much more direct and ominous as he directly threatened to kill Lucci. He posted on his story, tagging YFN Lucci, "If I'm like what you do for your mother and kids, I would have been, you." Same year in 2019, Young Thug, who was set to tour with Machine Gun Kelly more very soon, went on Instagram Live and claimed that he would slap Lucci on sight. Things got out of hand when YFN Lucci went on Atlanta's V103 FM and said he slept with Young Thug's girlfriend on a couple of occasions. Young Thug's longtime girl, Jerrica Carly, vehemently denied that and went off on a profanity-laced tirade against Lucci, dismissing him as a clout chaser.
Really mad? Tell why you really mad. You liar. DM right now saying, "I ain't say I said you want me." You lame clout chasing weekend. What's wrong with you? Clout chase. What type of chasing? No, you lying, bitch. It's still.
In 2020, Young Thug's YSL Records artist Yak Gotti was at the mall when he came across Lucci's blue Mercedes Maybach and proceeded to post a picture standing on top of it. YFN Lucci soon got word and was naturally less than pleased, especially because he ran into Gotti moments earlier in the mall and it was all love. In 2020, December, YFN Lucci faced a slate of charges that included murder and aggravated assault in an attack that left a man critically injured. The rapper was charged with murder, aggravated assault, participating in criminal street gang activity, and also has a weapons charge. Before YFN Lucci turned himself in, hours earlier he released the music video for his song, Rolled On, to his Twitter and YouTube accounts. In February 2021, YFN Lucci was released on bond while the state prepared for his murder trial. The rapper violated the conditions of this $500,000 bond the first day he hit the streets by allegedly going to an Atlanta recording studio and strip club. To make matters worse, the prosecution says that this is the same strip club where the alleged gang-related shooting occurred that landed Lucci behind bars. As a condition of his bond, the rapper was ordered to wear an ankle monitor along with a laundry list of conditions. Police believe that Lucci tampered with this monitoring system so that he could violate his bond because there are missing or irregular pieces of data for long periods of time. Lucci also tested positive for marijuana and opiates in a drug test, which is also a violation. As a result, the prosecution revoked the rapper's bond and Lucci returned to jail. Fast forward to 2022, around February, YFN Lucci was involved in a fight at the Fulton County Jail where he and another inmate had sharp objects in their hands. During the altercation, Lucci allegedly yelled, "I feel like killing this," which prompted the officer to tase the rapper with his taser gun. The other inmate was tossed as well. Lucci suffered a laceration to the head during the fight while the other inmate had a cut on his left palm. Both men received medical treatment and were cleared. The embattled rapper also refused to offer a statement to jail officials about the incident. Both Lucci and the other inmate were charged with fighting, interfering with security operations, weapon possession, and issuing threats. Fast forward to May 2022, Young Thug was arrested on RICO charges, and among the indictment is an accusation that two of Young Thug's associates requested permission from the rapper to put a hit on YFN Lucci. Local Atlanta outlet WSB-TV broke the news of Thug's arrest, as well as Ghana and 26 other YSL members and associates receiving the RICO charges. Within the indictment, which WSB-TV reporter Michael Seiden has been tweeting out, contained information that two members of YSL had worked to get permission of Young Thug to make a second attempt to murder YFN Lucci while he's jailed in Fulton County. The two YSL members who allegedly got permission from Thug are Christian Eppinger and Antonio Sumlin, according to Seiden. The grand jury indictment identifies Young Thug and 27 other associates as members of the criminal street gang, YSL, or Young Slime Life. Young Thug, the heartbeat of Atlanta's fertile rap scene, is allegedly the founder of this street gang, which formed in the city in 2012. The prosecution claims that YSL has affiliation with the National Bloods gang, and some associates also claim the Blood subset gang Sex Money Murder or 30 Deep. The rapper founded record label Young Stoner Life in 2016 as an imprint of 300 Entertainment. YSL Records calls its roster of artists the Slime Family. Ghana was also named in the indictment, along with rappers YSL Duke, Yak Gotti, and Thug's brother Unfoonk. All 28 individuals named in the indictment were charged with conspiracy to violate the State Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, or RICO, by participating in a pattern of illegal activity to obtain money and property. The Georgia law closely resembles its federal counterpart and was created with the aim of ensnaring large criminal organizations like the Mafia. The prosecution also alleges that the collective engaged in a wide range of criminal activity. The 56-count indictment claims that YSL members were involved in murder, attempted murder, armed robbery, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, theft, drug dealing, carjacking, and witness intimidation. Notably, the indictment portrays Young Thug as something of a mob boss. He is alleged to have committed multiple crimes that he is not being charged with. While Young Thug is not being charged for these overt acts, which include possession of methamphetamine with the intent to distribute and threatening to kill a man at a mall, they lend credence to the allegation that the collective was engaged in a criminal conspiracy. Other serious allegations include that Thug rented a car that was used in the commission of the murder of Donovan Thomas Jr., a rival gang leader, in January 2015. 5 YSL members, including Yak Gotti, were charged with murder in connection to Thomas's death. Ghana was charged with 1 count of racketeering. According to the indictment, he allegedly received stolen property and was in possession of drugs, including methamphetamine, marijuana, and hydrocodone, with the intent to distribute. Rap lyrics are being used as evidence against those charged in the YSL case. Though experts have argued that it can be a violation of free speech, the use of rap lyrics to incriminate hip-hop artists isn't new. Boosie, Bobby Shmurda, Drakeo the Ruler, and 6ix9ine lyrics have all been deployed in court as evidence against them. Boosie and Drakeo the Ruler were acquitted, though the others were not. In January 2021, Maryland ruled that rap lyrics could constitute evidence of guilt. However, Jay-Z and other prominent artists took a stand by publicly supporting Senate Bill S-7527, a proposed New York law known as rap music on trial. The bill would limit the use of lyrics in criminal trials. Prosecutors in the YSL case have cited multiple songs as evidence of gang affiliation and racketeering activity. Overall, the hip-hop industry has come out in droves to support Young Thug. In an interview with ABC News, Killer Mike said, "Hip-hop is not respected as an art because black people in this country are not recognized as full human beings. If we allow the courts to prosecute these men based on characters they created and stories of pretend that they tell in rhyme, then next, they'll be at your door." That is all for this video. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel for more upcoming videos.